Grief. No, this is not what I asked for. It's like you came way too soon. I never thought you would come so soon. Could this be the karma from the things I did in my past? Could this be that it was just timing of the divine? I'm not sure, but I know you came too soon. I was not expecting you. We all face grief. We all face losses in different areas of our lives. And you should count your losses. Count your losses, child. Count your losses, because you will receive joy for your sorrow. Double portion for your pain. Yes, we go through a lot, and there are many things that we are not expecting in life. Things show up and we are like, where did this come from? So I say, my dear son, my dear ancestors, you were chosen. Yes, you were chosen, and yet you still are chosen. And I choose to live out your legacy. I know that you were gone way too soon. It took a long time for me to realize that grief showed up when it was unexpected. I promise, yes, I promise to carry the torch. I promise to live out your legacy. I promise to make you proud. I know that you're watching us. You're watching over me. You're watching over your people. We know that you will be proud, because we will live out your legacy and carry on the torch for you. It took so much courage, so much bravery to keep on going after you left. Once you left, things got hard. Things began to look the way that it looked when it was like in black and white. There was no color because you left. But then I finally got the courage and the bravery to rise up and live out my purpose for you. One day we will meet again. One day we will dance. Yes, we will. One day we will sing together. We will laugh about the times that I did things when you were watching and I didn't know you were watching. Things that happened that were so funny. We will laugh out loud. There will be a celebration. There are many things that I have faced since you left. Grief. You really did your number. Grief, you really did your number. You really did. But I'm going to do my number by living out my purpose. I'm going to carry the torch. I am going to live a legacy to show that my ancestors, that's right, my ancestors are with me, and I am rocking with them and they are rocking with me. There is something so much different than what we think. There is something about living our lives knowing that our ancestors are proud of us. The grief only made us stronger. The grief only made us more powerful to step in our divine calling, to continue to be a purposeful being on this earth while living a spiritual life. We are here to set an example. We're here to show that we can continue to go on, even though we have made our losses, even though we have taken our losses, even though we had to chunk up the deuces to some of our ancestors, we still are going to win in the end. We are chosen. You are chosen. Our ancestors are chosen. We miss you dearly, but we know that you are still with us, that you are connected to us, that we will celebrate and we will dance and sing together. We will do the things that we said we were going to do before you left. We will still show up and show out. So I say, my dear son, my auntie, my grandmother, my grandfather, those who have went on before me, the ancestors that are still with us, even though they're not here on this physical realm, I say to you, keep shining from where you are. Keep doing your thing. We will continue to live it out on purpose. There will be no stopping us, because we know that the enemy comes in and he creeps in throughout the night, but we know that God lifts up a standard up against it, and he's gonna make a difference through us. We're gonna show you, ancestors, we're gonna show you that you did your thing with us. You left your imprint, you left your blueprints, and we're going to follow the lead. You are amazing. You are a blessing. You did so much here on this earth that we cannot even fathom. So many things, and we are here to say, grief did not get us down. Grief did not take us out. Grief did not unalive us. We are not gone. We are only just beginning. That's what it is. We've only just begun, because now we can live out our lives knowing that you, our ancestors, are watching over us, that you are with us. We are together, and we are better together. Yes, we are better together. Yes, we've cried our tears. Yes, we cried our tears. We went in so much grief. We've sorrowed and felt sorry for ourselves. We've done it enough. Now we know that now we can move in a different fashion. We can actually smile that you are in a different place than us, that you are in a better place than we are. Here on this earth, there are many things that may try to harm us, but we know that you, our ancestors, are here to bring protection. You will fight your fight, that you are warriors. We are so proud of you. And even though grief crept up on us, we conquered it all. We will continue to conquer it all. Grief did not get us down. No grief did not take us out. It will never take us out. It only builds us up and makes us stronger. That's what we will continue to do, to be strong, to stand strong and live on this legacy. Our ancestors and grief, they're two separate things. Grief, you must go. Sadness, you must go. Pain, you must leave. There is nothing you can do to make us stay down the way that you quite intended. But we know now that there are things that we must live to do, that you will not continue. Grief, you are the enemy, and now we must heal. You must leave. We do not want you here. Our ancestors will see us in a fashion where we are smiling, being happy, just as if they were still here, because they are. Do you hear me? Grief, you must go. You are no longer welcome. We understand you had to show up, but we also know that you must leave. Happiness, we invite you here. Peace, we invite you here. Joy, come on. We are here to accept the greater things. We're going to look at things from a loving perspective and know that we can live on, knowing that our ancestors are bigger than our grief.
Grief cannot be rushed. Grief takes its time. Everyone grieves differently. The pain of grief can be overwhelming, so we avoid it, and therefore we often prolong it. Address your grief. Know that it's there. If you experience loss or great difficulty, then more than likely be energy that needs movement and release. Numbing is not doing that. Going to drugs, excessively working, trying to forget. We have to be active. We have to journal. We have to allow tears to come. We have to give ourselves opportunities to release anger, pain. We have to reflect. We have to create space for grief without being too busy. Even if you spend 15 minutes a day, put aside someone and allow yourself to cry. Whatever it is, be with that. Once it's done, move on. Integrate pleasure in your body. Ground. Use somatic resources. Drink a glass of water. Exercise. Be around friends and laugh. Then come back to your grief. It will pass. It will lessen. The intensity will lessen, but we have to move through it. It's the only way. Otherwise, we're going to repeat patterns again, and we're going to bring more relationships like that into our lives, because we need to complete the cycle of grief.